Hey guys, Greg here. Episode 2 of Discord feedback, cherry picking, and discussion. So yeah, let's get right into it. First one is NSND PoE2. I really like the treasure chest drop at the end of the Lucian fight. Would be amazing to have this for decloned Ratma. This, I think, is a good idea. Kind of a feels bad moment when for people that are farming those bosses to like just get the regular drop and that's it. The Lucian fight gives you a little bit of 4 or 5 little nice poppable chests, give you a bunch of random stuff. I think adding a little bit more spice to the reward without overdoing it or changing the drop chance on the super rare items is a good way to motivate people doing those boss and just give a little bit more value, So that's it for that one. Another one from Vlada, discussing the death Sentry coupling in the skill tree, which I think is a fair ask. Because Death Sentry, Synergy are Fireblaze and the Wake of Inferno. The Wake of Inferno here, you got Fire Blast. You gotta spend those 2 points, those 3 points. With Lightning, Lightning skills that don't even apply anymore for Death Sentries. Just an explosion, so I don't know how hard it is on the dev side, but I've seen some, stuff being done to skill trees and other mods, so just removing this little arrow here give you 3 more points. It's fair enough. It's a good buff. It's not a really popular skill anyway right now, so making it a little bit more, looking a little bit more Death Sentry, I think it's good. Giving them a little bit of power, just to 3 points, not much. Might help. Next one. I got 2 feedback from Lyso Yen talking about mods in maps like Knight's Decrypt Curse and the overtuned Zoltan Cool Razor Spine Rats. A bit too rippy. I've kind of disagree with this. Building defenses according to threats in maps, I think, is one of the fun thing to do in this game. Having gear swap for specific needs kind of fills a role, I think. So let's say for this character is a Fist of Fire. I like her in Zoltan Cool because I built her for it. I got the stone armor. I got the max block. And yeah, so you just build according to your needs. So let's test those rats there and find some good pack to showcase how not dangerous they can be. Just gotta build specific defenses. All these issues, If you got issues with the Decrypt Knights, you can build Curse Resist or Curse Link Duration. I mean, nerfing everything and making stuff trivial, I think is the wrong way. You can see those rats, they just do nothing against my character, so making them even more weak, don't think makes sense. So just encourage people to think about their defenses and what they need. I don't think nerfing stuff. I think the game's it's not that hard right now to survive if you really build around stuff. You should be dying if you build full offense in maps. I mean, that's the whole point. You gotta balance your offenses and your defense. If you go all offense, well, you're gonna die. That's it for these comments. I have another character with a lot of curse resist that I use in River of Blood. With Leviathan, which has curse resist, Crown of Ages, stuff like that. I don't think it's an issue. Nothing needs to be adjusted. Moving on. Scarabs from Jason. And probably a lot of people in the Discord channel talking about Scarabs. I think I think they should have another purpose. We should be able to flush them with to have additional bonuses or chance to do something to your maps. Because they're collecting dust, they're pretty much worthless because they drop pretty frequently, and not a lot of people do T4. So I'm more a fan of giving them another purpose instead of decreasing the drop rate for the people that use them for dungeons. Yeah, because I think I have pretty quickly. And pretty much 99 character. Yeah, buddy. Alright. Yeah, so I just want to check how many scarabs I have. 44. Oh, it's a lot of scarabs. I think I sold or dropped some of it, or not even picked them up anymore. So yeah, having them do another different things for a map. I don't know what, but I don't hate the idea of having something that I have a chance to destroy the Scarab for a chance for a good outcome, basically. Gamble. Next one, a bit more of the negative side. A lot of people talking about stamina and stuff like that. All of these ideas are always limiting or give you a buff or a debuff whenever your threshold is whatever the threshold of your stamina is, and trying to because those stamina heal and more stamina always spawn on boots. I mean, if you want to do something with stamina, you would have to do something about other stat needing stamina, right? And you know, a barb at the moment with max vitality, you're never gonna be your stamina's never gonna drop, even without a single mod for it. Yeah, I don't have any mods for stamina, but I don't see it. I don't see it. It will require a lot of work, and you know, having abilities costing stamina, like let's say you're teleporting, you're spamming, your stamina bar goes down. What are you gonna do? You're just gonna wait until it fills back up. Just cast stuff. Just feels like everything's gonna be feeling so much worse with having to deal with stamina, looking at another thing on your screen to manage. Just thumbs down on stamina. I don't know if there's a good solution or if it should be. I think it should be ignored completely. Just being like a speedrunner thing on normal, trying little stamina potions to keep that bar up, and I think that should be pretty much the end of it for stamina. We have a runeword idea, which I like to look at sometimes, and I like to create my own. So from Redacted, it's real username or not. So Gorge, a 3-sucketed helmet with lots of flavor. I'm not exactly sure about the hemorrhage skill because the corpse explosion on kill I think was an issue for the devs to implement with just the corpse explosion skill on kill or whatever effect. I don't think it works. That part I'm not too sure, but the rest is kind of neat. Concentration while equipped, small level. It's not huge. I mean, It's not huge. The amount of damage you get from, let's say, I keep equipping it on your merc, you get like about 50% EP. It's not that crazy. It's not that crazy. And if you self-wear it, well, you get a little bit more. You get like 120 or something like that damage. It's not too bad. Open wounds. Doesn't have much representation on the helmet slot. Kinda cool. Life after kill, which, like, everything makes sense with the gorge and blood and thematic of that rune word. Find item, like, you know, finding stuff in corpse interaction. Kind of cool for find item. I mean, people like to orc and Tristram, so if you like to do that with another character for Tristram run instead of just having a barb, it's just nice. I don't think people will use that all that much, the find item. It's just for trav runners, but a possibility for other classes other than barbs to find item. And the rune modifier, I mean, it's a bear, requires a bear, so you get the PDR and you get some poison res. Kind of cool. Another one from Luo, stating every infused crafting item should be crafted and traded by players. Okay, another one from Luo. Every infused crafting item should be crafted and should be able to be crafted and be traded to other players, which I find kind of a cool idea. That would give more life, more value to other small runes instead of like having, let's say, our interpret decide if you would get something like a dual framing or a it's an infusion template, a blank infusion from either the shop, from Anya, with a decent gold cost, because just don't want to have them for free. Just associate the gold cost with them, just a bit lower than these map crafting. And you could make a random caster recipe, either for, you know, helmets, gloves, weapon, whatever it is, and you put inside this. You put the combination of runes needed with the blank infusion, and you make that the associated infusion. So if we look at the so yeah, basically what I was saying is you can make an infusion by doing any of these recipes with the blank infusion item. So you get more value out of tolls. Let's say you want to take your infusion, you take a toll and a Piemetis and you put in there, and you get a caster infusion, and then you can use that casting infusion to do a weapon, because tier runes are usually more expensive in the crafting. Like Ets are not, let's say Tals are not that expensive right now. Nefs, not that many uses. Not that many uses. So we'll give more values, like would make all the runes kind of, you know, a little bit more same value-ish. Or if you want to go that route. Or you can still use the old recipe and not have the gold cost of the blank infusion, which I think would be really nice. It's just not a free, you know, a free way to make stuff easier, more tradable. There's a little bit of a cost associated to it, since you can get to buy it at the shop for gold. Like, it doesn't have to be crazy expensive, but I think it would be nice. It would be nice, and it comes at a cost. You need to put a cost on there, so not super easy to make, because the infusion itself is better than the formula, right? It has more value because you can do it across the board on all items, so you need a cost to make it, I think. What else do we have? Another suggestion by Spawn, which talks about community voting and changes and stuff like that. If you really want to have people eat each other and cry about everything, I think you should implement this. But other than that, keep it to the devs. Make suggestion, hope they pick it up if it's good. But having a voting booth, like, it's just people are gonna bicker and it's gonna be a mess. It's never representative of everyone that's in there. You need people to show up for the vote and everything like that. But yes, it's kind of sad, but I don't think that's a good idea. Sadly, Senpai knows best. I think that's it. I'll try to keep them short, at least like 15-minute ish per videos. I make it a little bit more digestible. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'll filter through more feedback. I'll see if I do another one, probably. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.